Welcome to this week's edition of SKNIS Weekend Review. I am your host, Kimberly Grant. This is a weekly program that highlights some of the top stories of the work of the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. Here are the top stories for October 19th through 25th. The St. Christopher National Trust launches exhibition focusing on trade and banking. RSS presence leading to improved security and safety in St. Kitts and Nevis, says Prime Minister Harris, and local contractors benefit from government's roof repair program. The history of trade and money in St. Kitts is the main focus of a new exhibition that was launched at the St. Christopher National Trust Museum on Tuesday, October 23rd, in collaboration with the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Willis Percival, Executive Director of the St. Christopher National Trust Museum, said that the Trust uses exhibitions such as this to ensure that persons are properly educated on the heritage of the island.
The National Trust is geared toward educating persons in St. Kitts about our history and culture, and we try to do that with our special exhibitions. We've been mounting them since last year, December, and this might be the 5th or the 6th one that we're mounting so far. Before, we've done them in collaboration with the National Archives, and we're really excited to be putting on this exhibition in conjunction with the Central Bank.
The history of the commerce and banking exhibition features trade-related artifacts and documents and a number of coin collections. There are also collections of the Eastern Caribbean currency before and after the formulation of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, ECCU. The exhibition is open to the public and runs until November 30th, 2018. The presence of the law enforcement personnel from the Barbados-based Regional Security System, RSS, is already having a positive impact on the crime situation in St. Kitts and Nevis, and Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, has said that law-abiding citizens of the country are pleased with the government's decision to solicit external assistance to reduce the incidence of crime. He told members of the press in St. Vincent and the Grenadines on Tuesday, October 23rd, that after being on the ground for just about 2 weeks, the regional forces have definitely helped to create a greater dimension of peace and security for citizens and residents and visitors alike.
Every person who believes in law and order has welcomed the efforts of the government. The country breathes a sigh of relief and thinks that the government is doing the right thing in ensuring that things do not get out of hand.
The RSS began arriving in the Federation on Wednesday, October 10th, and have since then been providing additional resources to complement the efforts of the local law enforcement agencies in their fight against crime. The government's roof repair program has not only benefited homeowners but also contractors who have the task of overseeing the repairs and doing so bringing the stability to the lives of those affected by the passages of the Category 5 hurricanes Irma and Maria. The contractors, who have gained financially and otherwise, express that they are pleased with the program that the Government of National Unity is undertaking.
I think they're doing a wonderful job. There's a lot of poor people. And they think everybody could afford to fix back the roof. If they could afford, they'd have fix back the roof.
The project, which started in April of this year, has seen an average of 40 roofs being repaired each week. Over 400 persons have gained employment on the project since it started. The government is providing roofing materials and financing the labor costs to those affected through the Office of the Prime Minister with the support and guidance of the Ministries of Social Development and Sustainable Development. The St. Kitts and Nevis Customs and Excise Department kicked off its celebratory activities in recognition of its 60th anniversary, serving the Federation with a well-attended Thanksgiving service at the Charlestown Methodist Church in Nevis on Sunday, October 21st, 2018. The service forms a part of a week of activities with runs from Sunday, October 28th under the theme 60 Years of Dedicated Service, Innovation and Advancement. While addressing the congregation, Prime Minister Harris expressed his profound gratitude to the employees of the revenue-generating agency whose professional approach to their responsibilities has led to an increase in the collection of total so far this year when compared to the same period in 2017.
I want to use this occasion to thank the dedicated employees of all of our revenue centers who work assiduously, courteously and professionally to ensure the optimal fiscal functioning of the government both at the federal and NIA level. Your efforts in ensuring the health of the public purse and also the well-being of our country shall always be appreciated.
Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Timothy Harris. Postal employees in St. Kitts and Nevis are participating in a 2-week workshop that familiarizes them with the International Postal System, POST software, which is the latest global mail management system. Minister responsible for Post, the Honorable Ian Patches-Liebert, said that the postal system in St. Kitts and Nevis is a vital tool for communication. Minister Liebert added that the government will continue to embrace new technological advances to ensure that the Federation is not left behind.
We need to get abreast with what's happening on the World Wide Web. There's no question about that. The expected outcome of this training must be that you are better able to cope with the advances in technology. You're better able to deal with the competition because you can't operate in a vacuum. You must understand what's happening around you. You must understand what's happening around you.
The training, which runs from October 22nd to November 2nd at the National ICT Center, is a part of a month-long series of activities being held in commemoration for World Post Day, observed internationally on October 9th. Following the recent national coastal cleanup of various beaches in St. Kitts, officials from the Department of Environment are urging the general public to protect the coastal areas and discard of their garbage properly. This was echoed by Alicia Edwards, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for environment, who joined a small team from the Department of Marine Sources to clean up Cockleshell Bay on Friday, October 19th.
I can tell you that we were rather much disappointed and surprised to see the quantity of plastics that we found on that beach. What I noted was close to the boat lane. There's a boat lane at what they call Reggae Beach where they pick up the persons from the airport and going over to Nevis. Right in that lane, there are a lot of single-use plastics, particularly cups and bottles. So it tells us that people are being rather careless or letting down their guard, especially when they're moving from one point to the next.
The National Coastal Cleanup is an initiative by the Department of Environment that seeks to sensitize the general public on the importance of keeping the coastal areas clean. Every year, 30 students from all the secondary schools, as well as the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College and the Immaculate Conception Catholic School, journey to the beaches to contribute to the national effort. Having performed the best in Applied Mathematics Unit 1 Statistical Analysis for the CAPE 2018 exams, Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College student Vihan Woodley was the lucky recipient of a monetary contribution on October 19 from the Department of Statistics in St. Kitts. The presentation came as a result of the department's continued celebrations stemming from the Caribbean Statistics Day observed on October 15. The gesture is aimed at encouraging the recipients as well as the students to continue to pursue statistics and excel in the field.
One of the objectives is to heighten the interest of statistics to the public and to academic institutions. And so as a department, we decided as one of the celebrations for the week, we would recognize a student at CFBC who attained a grade 1 in Applied Mathematics Unit 1.
Senior Director of the Department of Statistics in the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Gail Gray Phillip. Thanks for joining us on this week's edition. See you next time.